Emmerdale character Dawn Fletcher has finally uncovered the truth, and there's no turning back, paving the way for her departure. After enduring weeks of deception and manipulation, she now fully understands what Joe Tate has done and is determined to seek revenge. With reports suggesting that Olivia Bromley is set to leave the show, this intense storyline could mark the start of Dawn's dramatic exit. For weeks, Joe has denied all accusations, even though viewers are aware of his guilt. The situation escalated dramatically when Moira confronted him with a shotgun. Dawn arrived at the last moment, announcing her pregnancy and pleading with Moira not to fire. Moira ultimately lowered the weapon, but warned that Joe would still have to face the consequences. Now those consequences seem closer than ever. Following another clash with Moira on Thursday, Dawn pushed harder for the truth. When Moira revealed everything, it all finally made sense, and Dawn realized she had been deceived the entire time. She later challenged Joe, but he continued to lie, even swearing on her life to convince her he was telling the truth. In a secret meeting with Moira and Cain, Dawn was left heartbroken yet resolute. "I want him to suffer," she confessed, though she remained conflicted about her next move. With a baby on the way and Joe's control hanging over her, she felt completely stuck. Cain suggested terminating the pregnancy, but Dawn firmly rejected the idea. "I can't stay, I can't leave, and I don't know what to do," she admitted. Moira advised her to return home and pretend everything was normal. Her strategy was simple: stay close, be patient, and strike Joe where it would hurt him the most. Take everything you can from him, every last penny, and if you break his heart too, even better. However, Moira cautioned that once they began this plan, there would be no going back. Dawn made her decision. "Joe and I are finished. I'll do it. I'm all in." With news that Olivia Bromley may be leaving after 8 years, the timing of this storyline seems particularly important. Her final scenes are expected to air later this summer, with the foundation already being set. It now appears increasingly likely that Dawn will strip Joe of everything before walking away for good. However, what lies ahead for her remains uncertain. Will she completely sever ties with the Tate family? And if she does leave, will she need to stay out of their reach permanently? One thing is clear: with Moira and Cain supporting her, Dawn is preparing to hit Joe where it hurts most, and it could change everything before her exit. Emmerdale actor Danny Miller has openly spoken about the sense of guilt he's been experiencing after signing up for a new project away from the soap. The star recently joined the cast of The Celebrity Apprentice, where 12 well-known personalities will take on a series of business challenges set by Alan Sugar, all in aid of their chosen charities. Although there have been celebrity specials of the show before, this marks the first time a full-length series is being produced. The 6-episode run will be filmed over 3 weeks, during which contestants won't be able to communicate with their families. Speaking on his podcast, You Don't Know You're Born, Miller discussed the announcement and admitted he has some concerns about the demanding nature of the experience. "I can finally share some news. I've signed up for a reality show. I'll be part of the very first full series," he told co-hosts Brooke Vincent and Nigel Clucas. He explained that filming could last up to 3 weeks if he makes it to the end, adding that the format is fully immersive, meaning contestants will have no access to their phones. Vincent compared the experience to Miller's time on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which he won in 2021, joking that it's like The Jungle, just without the creepy creatures. While finalists will remain for the entire duration, Miller pointed out that even those eliminated early are expected to stay for at least a week, with no direct contact with loved ones, except updates relayed through producers. He admitted that being separated from his family will be especially tough, describing it as genuinely quite painful. Vincent reassured him, reminding him that he's doing the show as part of his work. She noted that having the freedom to choose projects can sometimes increase feelings of guilt, especially when balancing personal ambitions with family life. She added that while opportunities like this can be exciting and beneficial for a career, and provide financial support for the family, they can still come with emotional challenges. Reflecting further, Miller spoke about experiencing dad guilt, revealing that he briefly questioned his decision when he realized how immersive the show would be. "There was a moment last week when I thought, maybe I've made the wrong choice," he said, explaining that the hardest part will be going without any contact with his loved ones. Emmerdale spoilers reveal that Cain Dingle's long-awaited operation has finally arrived, and he's convinced it could spell the end for both him and Moira Dingle. If a relationship can survive something as shocking as a betrayal within the family, you'd think it could handle anything. But for Cain, coming to terms with his prostate cancer diagnosis has been anything but easy. Accepting the need for surgery has been a struggle, as he's increasingly anxious about how life might change afterward, especially when it comes to his marriage. The procedure was previously delayed after Jacob Gallagher accidentally ran him over, leaving Cain too injured to undergo the operation. The setback not only increased the risks to his health, but also gave him more time to dwell on his fears. Moira's return from prison might have been expected to give him strength and reassurance, but instead, it's had the opposite effect. Cain has become consumed by worries about how the surgery could impact their relationship, fearing that a loss of intimacy might drive Moira away. In the lead-up to the operation, he finally began opening up to Moira about his concerns. Meanwhile, his close friend Liam Kavanagh offered a listening ear, during which Cain admitted he had even considered cancelling the surgery altogether. Elsewhere, Moira confided in Chas Dingle that her once strong marriage now feels unsteady, and voicing those fears has made the situation seem even more real. Despite everything, they've come this far, and Cain has ultimately decided to go ahead with the operation. Before it takes place, he shares an honest conversation with Moira about what changes might lie ahead. She reassures him that no matter what happens, they'll face it side by side. The question now is whether Cain can truly believe her, or if his fears will continue to take hold. Emmerdale star Lisa Riley has updated fans on her recovery after a painful accident, admitting the experience has been horrendous. The actress, who plays Mandy Dingle, previously suffered a bad fall earlier this year when she slipped from a breakfast stool and landed awkwardly, injuring her left thumb. The injury was serious enough to require surgery, leaving her arm in a cast. Appearing on Loose Women on Friday alongside Kay Adams, G.K. Barry and Denise Welch, Riley shared how her recovery has been progressing. "I had to undergo surgery, and I'm now in week 5. Please keep me in your thoughts on May 6. I'm seeing the specialist again, and hopefully the cast will come off," she explained, describing the injury as feeling like a dog bite. She added that rehabilitation and physiotherapy will be the next steps, but admitted the recovery hasn't been easy. "It's been horrendous. I still can't move it properly," she said. Riley also revealed that the accident happened just days before a planned trip to New York City, which caused her concern about traveling so soon after the injury. "I was allowed to fly, but I was really worried because I was heading to New York just 4 days later," she recalled, adding that doctors fitted her with an expandable cast, one she joked was chosen in an Easter-themed colour. Emmerdale airs weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.